Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Kadrea Smith. I am a template innovator. And pretty much that means that I enjoy innovating templates of all kinds. And I've taken my gift and I put it into my small little Etsy shop. And my shop is doing quite well. I currently rank in the top 1.3% of sellers across the whole world, which is so crazy. I never anticipated that. But today I'm here because there's so much talk about where you should start selling your digital templates. What's the best platform to use? There's plenty of them out there like Gumroad and Beacons, and there's no hate against them. But I personally think, from my experience, that Etsy is the best place to start to really get your business going. So I have 6 reasons why, and I'm going to share them with you today. My first top reason is because Etsy markets itself. Okay, what do I mean? The other day, I was relaxing, watching a little bit of TV, and what do you know? An Etsy commercial came on the TV screen advertising artisans and their beautiful works and gifts that are so unique that customers can find on Etsy. Now, I don't know of any other platforms that do that, but the fact that Etsy does is such a win-win. You just have to make sure that you're there because these customers are already going to be drawn to the platform because of Etsy's efforts in investing in commercials. So that's one of my favorite reasons. Let me tell you more about why else you should consider Etsy. So one day, a friend of mine was actually browsing around on her social media and she happened to see my item, my listing being advertised. And it was incredible to know that Etsy takes pride in showing your work to others by advertising. This is called off-site marketing that Etsy also does. Now, if you have a new shop, you can opt out of this, but once you make so much money on Etsy, you do have this automatically for you. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that because marketing is how you continue to get business and traction. I currently see a lot of my items being marketed off-site, off of Etsy on Google platforms. And as I just mentioned, my friend saw my items on her social media. So this is another great reason why having your items on Etsy to market to different customers in different ways is so important. My next reason is that customers genuinely trust large platforms like Etsy. I mean, think about it. If you had a choice, wouldn't you prefer to purchase your item on a platform as big as Etsy where you know millions of other people shop and there's no loud noise about fraud? There's a trust there, and that's so essential. So instead of having your customers worry about whether or not they should check out, why not just make it easy and allow them to purchase where they can now have to worry about the trust part? They can just enjoy the experience of looking at your items and determining that they want to buy it. So I think that that's another great reason to make it easier for your customer to buy. Okay. What I was so surprised to see in my time of selling on Etsy is that I do have a lot of repeat buyers. And that's because Etsy intentionally also retargets your customers by showing off your newest products or even notifying them when you have a sale. That is incredible. You don't have to do the heavy lifting there. And Etsy does know and is aware of people who have shopped with you. They even have a nice way of showing your products with like items or like sellers who sell similar items so that you are still having an opportunity for people to buy your product. So that's another great feature. This reason that I'm going to mention next is the main and sole reason why I started on Etsy in the first place. It's kind of a given. There's millions of buyers on Etsy. It is so easy to give yourself an opportunity for a sale when you're in front of customers who are ready to buy. There's no need to do heavy marketing and convincing, but just making sure your items are really well made and displayed really well, and that you have some customers who have given some comments on your items to help them make a decision. But for the most part, it's really easy when you have so many people looking to shop. And that is the core reason why I started on Etsy. Marketing and learning how to do it on your own is one thing, and it's good to know, don't get me wrong. But if you're just starting off, it's great to at least kind of get started on Etsy so that you can have that ease of beginning to learn how to sell, how to market your products. And my final reason somewhat ties into the one I just mentioned. So it's so easy to springboard your business by starting with Etsy. I know that it seems that there's so much overlord-likeness of Etsy, kind of having so much control, but you can honestly still do so much by just starting with Etsy. You don't necessarily have to finish. It can, again, be a springboard into you branching your business out and growing. And so I think that if you do start with Etsy, even just with a few products, it helps you understand your customers' wants, their likes, the things that they are more inclined to buy. And then once you have that information, that internal data, you can always use that to help you with your marketing efforts outside of Etsy and even growing your business. So there's many ways that you can use Etsy as a springboard. And that's what I think is so essential to know. So if you're still trying to figure things out, that's okay. This is just my small voice in a crowd of many based on my experience with being on Etsy and the success that I found. I hope that these were helpful for you. And if you enjoyed it, go ahead and stick around and subscribe. Come on back because there's going to be so many more great videos sharing details on how you can build a successful business on Etsy and doing great work to bring in passive income.